Hello, welcome to the interior of 1994 Ford Bronco. In this interior, I think he just slammed his hand. You don't even have to bring it here to the Bronco factory. There's a lot of stuff you can do yourself in your garage if you have the will and the time and the, you know, the basic hand tools. So we're here at the mother bucking Ford Bronco factory. We're here at the Bronco factory.
At the hold on. At the mother bucking Bronco factory.
We're here at the mother bucking Ford Bronco factory, and this is James Holguin. He's made his 19th wardrobe change for the day, and he looks fantastic, doesn't he?
We're just Broncoing it up, man. You know, we're just talking about Broncos, looking at Broncos, on Broncos. We're surrounded by Broncos, and Mike's gonna actually take us through some cool stuff that I thought you guys would find interesting. Mike works a lot with Solo Motorsports. Broncos are obviously becoming a bigger thing right now. They're kind of harder to find. There's a lot of kits, a lot of things, a lot of technology coming out on them that's actually been around for a while, but it's just becoming, I don't know, it's its own scene.
It's so cool because there's so many parts available for them.
Yeah, and I think Mike has a lot to do with that, man. I think you pumped up a lot of people to get behind the wheel of the Bronco.
Oh my God!
So check it out. Today, guys, we actually got Bobby from Solo's Bronco here.
It's his personal Bronco.
Yeah, and it was a stage 2 kit, and now they're moving it up to a stage 3. Cool thing is the stage 2 kit they have actually up there on the lift. So Mike's gonna take us through some of the details on that thing and kind of show what the kit's all about, what they do here. This is kind of like their bread and butter. So if you guys ever are considering handling some stuff on your Bronco or getting some stuff through Solo or Desolate, highly recommend these guys, not just because he's my boy, but because they know what they're doing, and it's proven stuff, and the turnaround's quick. But let's hop into it, man. Let's check it out.
All right.
I mean, it's hard to leave this setting.
It is nice. I mean, you can see the shadow. We're really in the shade here.
Yeah. All right, let's do this.
Okay. I don't know, like probably a 1994 Bronco.
Yeah.
The owner of Solo Motorsports owns this Bronco, and they don't work on their own cars anymore. They just send them here because if they do it, they'll probably won't get to it because turn it into a multi-year thing.
Get out of here, Mike. All right,
can we have that Nissan?
Get out of here. No, but the cool thing is Bobby from Solo trusts Mike and the boys over here to handle their stuff. And Solo's just pumping out so much production parts right now that it makes more sense for them to send it to these dudes because they get it done quick.
Right.
So,
94 Bronco. This Bronco has Solo Motorsports Stage 2 kit. Look at that. He's even got a Bronco on his shirt.
In ode to Michael Cox.
So this truck had a Stage 2. They brought it to us a couple weeks ago or a month ago and said, Michael, put coilovers on the front end. So we put their coilovers and engine cage and all that stuff. So we went from the Stage 2 kit to the Stage 3. So the difference being from a coil spring and a Bilstein shock to a King coilover shock and an engine cage. So it's pretty simple transition to go from the 2 to the 3. Okay. So it went back to them, and 2 weeks later they called me, Mike, can you do the rear end? So now it's back here and we're doing the King bypass shocks on the rear end. So
heck yeah.
So that makes it a Stage 4. So after all these years they've come up with like Stage 1, Stage 1.69, Stage 2, like there's all these things. So it's kind of a lot to keep up with. So with all the different stages, it can be kind of confusing. So if you need any of that explained, just feel free to give me a call, broncofactory.com, or call me, you know, whatever. I'm pretty easy to get a hold of. So we can help guide you in the right direction if you need any of these parts. It can be
Yeah, because
a lot to take in, and we can cut through the bullshit and tell you what you need and what you don't need.
Right. Want to take them through the bumper?
Yeah, this is Solo's bolt-on bumper. They're available. They ship them.
Do you guys assemble them, or
yeah, we
do
just
they
assemble them.
already...
We usually paint them and install them.
Okay.
Yeah. So pretty straightforward. Something most guys can do in their garage. No big deal.
It's super clean. I like how the light is right behind the grill right here, and then it just has like that OEM Bronco look.
Yeah.
And I know we won't get into the suspension up here just yet. We're gonna bring this thing up, right?
Sure. Yeah. We can lift it up.
Cool. You guys want to scope out the inside?
Yeah. Let's do that.
Cool. Let's check it out.
Hello. Welcome to the interior of 1994 Ford Bronco. In this interior, I think he just slammed his hand. Anyways, in this interior you can find PRP seats, Solo roll cage, KC Cyclone lights, factory steering wheel, a Tuffy box center console, and in the back there's a bench seat. It's not in its position, so don't mind that. It actually goes in forward in front of that tube. So the seat's in the normal position that they normally are in a Bronco. But yeah, it's pretty simple and clean, and you get to keep most all the factory amenities with the Solo roll cage, so it's a cool setup. So this is the Solo Motorsports cage. So this is a pre-bent and notched cage that we install here at the Bronco factory. It's really neat because when you're done with the cage, every single piece of interior goes back in the truck. So you got to fit some of the stuff like this around this piece here on the B pillar and some other things, but the headliner goes back in, all the plastic panels, the dash, everything fits like factory. So it's really user friendly. When the truck's done, it's almost like factory, but you have a roll cage. So it's a cool product. You know, it also gives you a place to tie your harnesses to. And then the other cool thing that they've done that makes it easy is building these seat brackets that attach to the factory mounts. So you can put a set of aftermarket off-road seats and bolt them right in your garage. So making it easy, pretty cool. Other than that, the interior of this is mostly stock.
Stock dash?
Stock dash. Looks like it needs a little recover job, but you know, these trucks are 20 to 30 years old now, so they all need a little bit of love for certain.
Cool.
One piece at a time.
Oh yeah.
So this is pretty cool. So Solo makes this piece that bolts to the factory spare tire carrier, which you can see here. And it allows you to put a 35 or larger tire on this factory gate. They also built this piece that makes the tire gate not swing open. You can kind of just open it. It has a few positions depending on what you want to do.
Right.
That's it. That's as far as it locks. Yeah. So this piece, back to this spare tire dealio that bolts on, it also houses a light in the center of the wheel, which you can use as a reverse light, you can use as a backup light, or just like area lighting, you know?
Area lighting when you're off-roading.
Yeah, yeah.
Check it out. It looks pretty cool from here too. I've actually never seen one mounted like this before. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it's like an overland thing, but I think it looks sick.
Yeah.
I could totally see this coming in handy in Baja or, you know.
Solo also makes this jack mount that bolts onto the factory spare tire holder.
And then I'm assuming, again, Solo bumper right here.
Yep, Solo bumper.
Do you guys install these too?
Yep, we sell and install all this stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. So this is also something, a pretty cool upgrade. It looks like you got the Solo emblem right there, but it all ties in, you know, super structurally sound. Even has a receiver on here, right?
Yep.
Very cool.
It's all been gone through.
It's all been fully gone through.
Fully gone through.
Cool. And then I guess we'll hop into the suspension.
Yeah.
When we lift this thing up, but I heard you guys have a stage 2?
We do.
Let's go check that guy out.
We're in here, we just finished a stage 2 install on this. I think this one's a 1994 Bronco as well. Yeah. And this is Solo stage 2. Everything's been totally gone through. When we do these front ends and rear ends, we make sure everything's new. So the ball joints are new, the wheel bearings are new, the brakes are new.
Why is that important, Mike?
Well, it's just like for it to all come together as a package. We don't just put on a kit here. This is like a full under chassis restoration. So like this is the closest thing you can get to having a frame off restoration.
Like a new front end.
It's all new. When we're done with it, it's totally new.
And then that leaves you with feeling confident with your customer.
Absolutely, yeah. And we can align them so they drive freaking perfect. You know, none of this down the road. And
no steering. Just like,
yeah, I mean, they're perfect when they leave here. So
great, dude.
This one we did 488 gears and a locker. But I think we brought we came in here to talk about stage 2. So the stage 2 is a cut and turn beam, radius arm, dual Bilstein shocks, and a coil spring. And in the back,
what is a cut and turn beam?
Okay, so good question. So a cut and turn beam is this is the I-beam of the Ford four-wheel drive suspension, right? And AKA whoop scissors.
Right.
You want to explain the whoop scissors?
Yeah, it looks like scissors. You got one here that goes that way, you got one here that goes that way.
Right.
They drop like this.
Right. So for the guys that may not be familiar with that, the whoop scissors are an easy way to get a lot of performance or suspension travel out of these trucks. It just leads to having wheel travel.
Right.
So it's just an easy system to upgrade and have fun in the dirt. So back to the beam.
Right.
So this is the beam, and the cut and turn is referring to cutting the lower ball joint ear out of the beam and moving it out. And what that does is it corrects the camber of the wheel for the added lift when you put a lift spring on this. So you need that to have the proper alignment once you lift these trucks.
You're getting the 2 Bilstein shocks right here.
Yep.
Changing the coil spring.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Fully redoing
This one we put
everything.
This one we put swing steer on.
Okay, so that's
Helps
not
them
in
steer.
stage 1.
No, this is a
upgrade.
stage 2 with an added swing steer.
Okay.
I always recommend this because they drive a lot better and it quickens the ratio. Because these things are like 144 turns from full lock left to full lock right. So
Got it.
So you do this and it speeds it all up. And
More race car stuff.
yeah, and it takes all the bump steer that they have inherently out of the system, so they just drive a lot better. When you put the swing steer on, it drives like a brand new truck. When I say brand new, I'm not talking about a 2017, I'm talking about a 2022. Like, it drives so nice.
It's awesome, man. It's definitely an upgrade that's super considered, especially if you truly are going to be going faster off-road.
Well, even just driving on the road, you know, this is what over all the years they've figured out that works.
Yeah.
And not that garbage that Ford had on there from the factory for steering.
Right.
Well, look at the back real quick. Solo, radius arm, pivot, solo radius arm.
All this.
Right. And you can see we spend time to totally sand and clean the frame rails and paint them.
Excellent.
And every other part on here.
And this is where your guys' Steal It kind of thing comes in, right?
Yep. All finished with Steal It coatings. In the back you have a Deaver spring and a Bilstein shock on the stage 2. And then also you lower the shackle and replace the factory shackle with the solo one. Okay. And so this setup right here, even with the Bilstein, gets 17 inches of wheel travel.
Freaking awesome.
Yeah, so like this little basic setup works so good in the dirt.
So when he's saying 17, we're talking top of this right here, all the way to the bump. Yeah. And then, I mean, this is gonna possibly smash a little bit too, but you're looking at all of this travel before the cab even moves.
Right.
So this thing's gonna be traveling up, boom, 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 cycling all the way through there. Ride height's probably around here somewhere, right? I'm assuming in the middle.
Yeah, right.
So you're using that, so it's really cool to get this perspective.
And removing this bump stop, you can actually travel all the way to the frame, which requires some setup with the shocks, which we do we do that once you do a stage 4. Oh, okay. Right? So this is stage 2 with just the bolt-on Bilstein. So yeah, this one's about wrapped up.
Well, this is really cool, man. I mean, I love the way these freaking shackles are set up. It's just, I think Solo just puts out such good damn work, and you guys put it together so nice, man. Hey, good stuff, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, this one is now, all the suspension is complete on this truck now, and now it's on this side of the shop for Vince to fix some of the electrical.
Okay.
So like the third brake light didn't work, the radio would shut off when you hit bumps, like
Ford stuff.
Brake lights didn't work, so I think that's half of this that's getting sorted.
Yeah, not knocking, but yeah, like,
oh yeah,
90s Ford stuff.
Electrical is not great on these,
that's just kind of what it is. So let's head on over back to this one, stage 3. So you guys got to see stage 2. All right, guys, so we're back. This is the one we started with. Mike's gonna go over the stage 3. So you guys just seen the stage 2 right now. He's gonna take you through some of the differences on this one, and as you see, some shock differences on this. Maybe some travel differences. But take it away, brother.
So this started life as a stage 2. We got rid of the coil bucket, the coil springs, and the Bilstein shocks. Put on a King coilover shock and Solo engine cage. And so all that stuff is really relatively easy to do to upgrade from the 2 to the 3. or the 3 to the 4, whatever you want to do. So, but this is basically the same thing. Started stage 2. It's got swing steer. Now it's got coilovers, and now it's back here and on the lift for us to do the long travel on the rear suspension. So we're basically going to add King triple bypass shocks to the back, and that's it. Like the leaf springs, shackles, hangers are the same as the stage 2.
Wow.
So we're just adding a bypass shock in the rear, basically.
So what else changed on the stage 3 other than just the shock?
It's basically just the coilover and bump.
Just the coilover and bump.
Yeah,
that's it. So you're still staying at about 17. All the steering same.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's crazy, you guys.
The stage 2 might not be 17 inches, like if you want an actual stick of tape measure in there, but it's really good for just a factory replacement shock, right?
And then you guys also add like the shock tower that comes from Solo, right? It's like an engine cage.
Correct.
That crosses over the top. You guys can see the base right here that goes in. It's a plate. They weld it. They do all that good stuff. They mount it, and then they're able to tie in the shock right there, and then add the reservoir, the external reservoir to hang right here and stay cool. So that cuts across the top of the motor and basically connects, right, Mike?
Yeah,
Connects
connects shock tower, so it's a rigid unit in there.
There it is.
Yeah.
So,
and then you can also see on the bottom side the bottom side of the roll cage. You can see where it attaches to the frame here.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So this ties in here to here, and then it dips up here, as you guys can see, up into the frame. So pretty cool.
And you have 4-wheel drive, you have long travel.
Cool, guys. So back here we're looking at the same stuff as before, but as the last Bronco you guys got to look at, but it looks like there are going to be some upgrades back here. Mike, do you know what that's going to look like?
Yeah, so basically we cut off the shock mounts on this factory axle. We cut off the upper shock mounts on the frame rail.
Way up there.
Yep, and then we install a shock hoop up here in between the frame rails, and then basically we hang a giant King triple bypass shock in here. So this one's actually getting a 3-inch 4-tube bypass shock. So it'll actually, so it'll actually perform really well.
So you guys cut there.
Yeah, the shock
cross
hoop,
member.
The shock hoop goes almost all the way up here.
Okay.
Because you need the length. So the shock goes from, say, here to here.
Nice.
Right? You need every bit of inch you got in there, you know?
Yeah.
To fit the big shocks. Nice. But you'd be surprised how good these things work with just these little Bilsteins, dude. This thing smashes.
Yeah. Well, hell yeah, dude. Thank you so much, dude, for taking us through this.
Yeah.
I'm becoming a believer in the Broncos, man. I'm not gonna lie. Like, you know, Mike's my homeboy. I've known him for a long time. And this just isn't a plug for his shop. Like we said before, this is real shit. These are great ways for you guys to get out there and just start driving without having to break the bank. Have fun.
You don't even have to bring it here to the Bronco factory. There's a lot of stuff you can do yourself in your garage if you have the will and the time and the basic hand tools. Take it from me, dude. You guys can do it.
Cool, guys. Thank you guys so much for checking out this episode. Man.
Make sure you follow James Holguin, subscribe.
Stop it, this guy. If you guys have any questions for Mike, we'll throw the contact right here.
Yep.
We'll have a link to the Bronco factory below. If you guys know somebody that's building a Bronco, or if you guys have any questions about building a Bronco, Mike can answer all those questions for you.
Just ring me. It's easy. I'm easy to get a hold of.
He bothers Bobby from Solo every week, all the time. He's always there with Lemon.
Yeah, and Desolate.
And Desolate.
The other guys, yeah.
So this is the guy to go to if you guys need some help with that. Thank you guys so much. Subscribe, all that good stuff. Share this, and we appreciate it. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.